Hi, how are you?
I'm excellent. How are you doing today?
Good, just going through all these bad interview people.
Oh, Lord.
And so I'm just trying to get a feel for everybody who's coming in. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, being a recreational therapy intern, I do strive for excellence in everything that I have tried in the past, and including my career exploration and practicum experiences with the Creative Living Center, which resembles your facility, it preparing me a little bit more for possible internship, and it's kind of what I really like to do is work with long-term care.
Okay. So what interests you about this internship at this facility?
Well, I believe that my personal philosophy and your standards of practicing the way you run your facility matches up very closely. You believe that caring for the patient is the utmost priority, and I have the same feeling. And I feel like this would be the most challenging and best place to test what I've learned so far in school.
Okay. So describe your worst boss and or coworker and why. Because, we all have those people in our lives that just get at us.
Luckily, I haven't had that many terrible experiences. The one that sticks out in my mind is a previous supervisor at a restaurant that I used to work at that did not utilize a scheduling system, which caused all sorts of problems when people needed to be certain places and they were not. So, not the best experience with a boss.
Oh, I can understand that. I imagine that must have been difficult. So everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. So tell me about your strengths, and then also tell me about maybe a couple of your weaknesses that you might have.
Okay. My strengths lie in that I am both task and people-oriented. While I know it is very important to complete the task at hand with efficiency, I know that it's very important to keep the person at the forefront, that the patient or the client is the most important. I find that I maybe talk a little much, maybe a little bit of rambling here and there with a patient. However, I am thinking that I can segue that into building stronger relationships with clients, maybe building trust up a little bit more easily.
Okay. Now, in our profession, it's very important to have initiative. So tell me about when you had to take an initiative in something.
Well, most recently, we have been doing a lot of group projects. With these group projects, we have to have several meetings prior to completion. So I've had to take the initiative to organize these group meetings so everybody can stay on track and make sure we're on the same page for completion, the best work we can.
Okay. Also, work ethic is very important to us. So describe what kind of work ethic you have.
Well, as I mentioned before, I do strive for excellence. It is one of my pillars of my personal mission statement to go above and beyond to face that challenge. And I believe that with my work ethic, I put the utmost amount of effort into whatever I set my mind to, because if it's worth my time, it's definitely worth me doing it full-heartedly.
Okay. And what motivates you?
I am motivated simply to help people. I have been in and out of rehabilitation facilities for sports injuries my entire child life. I have also required a couple hospital visits, and I know that interaction with patients is insanely important. I've had a couple of bad experiences with some of my healthcare providers that just didn't seem to care. Just didn't seem to care about the whole person, me as a person, not just me as a patient and my need. So that's what I'm motivated to make a difference.
Okay. And how do you work under pressure? Because there are times when we have a lot going on, there's a lot to get done, and the pressure is on you.
In my opinion, I believe I work excellent in high-stress situations. I have been a server and working for the public since I was 14 years old, off and on. So I believe that I can take what I have learned in time management, multitasking, and customer service at the public level and take that into my professional career.
That's cool. I like how you connected it there, and that makes a lot of sense. So we have a lot, like I said, different interns. So what is it that makes you different, and why should I accept you to be your intern?
That's a great question. I believe that I will give you the best effort you can find of anybody applying to this internship. I can guarantee you that I will put my heart into it to learn, to glean everything that I possibly can to make myself a better practitioner in the future. And I know that I bring skills that you need, and I have a pretty decent variety of interventions under my belt so far, and just would like to add to that. And I think I can help you.
Okay. Now, I've asked you plenty of questions, so what kind of questions do you have for me?
I actually have a couple questions. I was interested to know if you actually have this standards of practice available for the students and your facility to look at or to reference during the internship.
Oh yeah, we do. We keep that on file, and we can email it to you before you begin your practicum if you would like
Excellent. Of course, I know that they are doing a revised copy, either publishing this year or in 2014. So I was just wanting to know.
that. Okay.
How about the internship requires at least 20 hours of work every week. I was hoping that there would be some type of tentative schedule so I can arrange accordingly.
Okay. Yeah, we do create a regular Monday to Friday schedule. We haven't sat down and finalized everything yet, but you'll definitely be able to get at least your 20 hours in without a problem.
Excellent. That is very encouraging here. Now, I did mention that there are several other applicants for this position. Would I possibly be the only intern in the facility at the time?
Possibly. It depends on if we feel like other students are really qualified, and we might have like one or two.
Okay. My last question would be, when you do decide, how long of a time would it be for me to give you my final decision if I were to be offered the internship for the summer?
Well, since you are looking for the summer and it is currently, January, we're going to give you maybe a couple weeks.
Okay.
So that way you have plenty of time to get in paperwork, drug tests, anything else that we require. We can get in time for you to start on schedule.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
Yeah.